All right, well, let's do this thing. We're live. We're just outside of Sealing, Oklahoma. There's a tornado watch in effect, and there's a storm blowing up off to our west. That's what it looks like on radar. So the plan is going to be to head west on 60 here in a minute and get in position on it. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. That's what I forgot to do before I started. There we go. That's better. Alrighty, so we're live. That's what we got. That's where we're at. Um, Sorry to get a nice little mid-level cyclone on it. We'll go west on the road we're on and we'll get into it. There it is. I'll turn on the spotter dots real quick. Because it is actually pretty funny how many spotters there are out here. Hopefully another storm or two blow up along the dry line out here and take some of this pressure off, because there's a lot of people out here.
At Wichita, a thunderstorm was reported with a temperature of 73. In Dodge City, fog was reported with a temperature of 67. It was sunny with a temperature of 87 at Amarillo and 91 at Boulder. Marion, it was mostly sunny with a temperature of 89. In Oklahoma City, it was cloudy with a temperature of 78. Once again at 4 p.m. in Woodward, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 84. Tornado watch number 287 remains in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: Clark, Kansas, and the following counties in Oklahoma: Beaver, Dewey, Ellis, Harper, Major, Woodson, Woodward, and Lipscomb, Texas. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings.
All right.
Or weather radio, commercial radio, and television outlets, or internet sources with the latest severe weather information. The Norman Forecast Office. Here is the forecast for Woodward and surrounding area. Tonight, mostly clear. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Some thunderstorms may be severe.
Make sure all the settings on the camera are good.
South winds 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 20%. Monday, sunny. Upper 80s. Southwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming northwest 10 to 15 miles an hour after midnight. Tuesday, sunny.
Switch to the roof camera for a minute so I can mess with this and not have it on stream. Forgot to do something earlier.
Lows in the upper 40s. Winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. becoming east around 5 miles an hour after midnight. Wednesday, sunny, highs in the lower 80s. Wednesday night, mostly clear, lows around 50. Thursday, sunny, highs in the mid-70s. Thursday night, mostly clear until midnight, then partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the lower 50s. Chance of rain 20%. Friday, mostly sunny. A chance of showers in the morning, and a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 80s. Chance of rain 30%. Friday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. A chance of showers. A chance of thunderstorms until midnight, then a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the upper 50s. Chance of rain 40%. Saturday, mostly sunny. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Highs in the mid-80s. Chance of rain 20%. Saturday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. A slight chance of thunderstorms. A slight chance of showers until midnight, then a chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the lower 60s. Chance of rain 30%.
Yeah.
Forecast.
It's going to take a few minutes for that storm to do anything.
Woodward and surrounding area. Tonight, mostly clear.
But
Chance of showers and thunderstorms.
it's what we got. I'm thinking about heading west towards it. I said I'm thinking about heading west towards it because if it slows down and turns right, it's going to be right on this road. So
15 to 25 miles an hour. 35 miles.
we can go straight west, and then there's a couple northerly options. There's one in Arnett. There's one in VV.
That middle, I guess that middle cell looks the best. Like,
Yeah, out of that entire cluster.
'cause the warm front, like, is not too far north of here, and then it drapes. The further east you get, it kind of drapes south.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would.
If something hooks onto it and rides the warm front, that'll be our storm.
Doesn't have far to go until it gets to the warm front. I think the warm front's maybe probably on the border, right? Or
Going off station plots here, basically.
don't you love the SBC's inconsistency today with the MD talking about EF3 tornadoes possible, then the watch says a few tornadoes likely.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like they're about to issue a PDS tornado watch, and then it's like,
Yeah. We're right on the warm front. It's because it's only in the 70s, like just north of here. So
Everybody says the conga line for this storm looks awful.
it most certainly does. Well, you want to go dancing?
Yeah. So you're gonna go west, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go west. Did you see I have my Bears jersey on? Guarantees we're not going to see a touchdown today.
Lows in the lower 60s. Chance of rain 30%. Sunday, partly sunny with a slight chance of showers. A slight chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-80s. Strong thunderstorm warning.
That's better.
In effect until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southeastern and northeastern infield counties. At 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm.
All right, so hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry, it's been going for a few minutes and I haven't said much. I was talking with my brother. So we are near Sealing, Oklahoma, or Selling, however you pronounce it. I'm not from here. I'm a Yankee. Don't judge me. There's a little cluster of supercells developing on the dry line just to our west, basically on the Texas border, on the Texas-Oklahoma border, near Canadian. This is going to be the show for the day. It is moving into a very loaded environment for supercells and more specifically tornadic supercells. The parameters are honestly off the charts. There's a lot of instability, there's a lot of moisture, there's great lower level winds feeding into these storms. And it's right on the cusp of that 15% tornado risk. I'm not sure how far north these storms will make it. Kind of east and southeast back towards the Oklahoma City metro. The models were kind of saying there might be another storm or two that fire in this area as well, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But as of right now, this is the main show for western Oklahoma. I chose western Oklahoma over southern Kansas. Anybody that's been paying attention to the social media today, southern Kansas was my initial target, but as I started to get towards the border into Blackwell earlier this afternoon, I felt it was just too cold. The cloud deck was too thick. There was a lot of clearing, better moisture advection. There was no lingering lower level convection or advection going on that may have stabilized the environment. So I thought this was going to be the better target. There was a lot of clearing, better moisture advection. There was no lingering lower. It also kind of depends on where the storms from today end up in the overnight hours, whether the dry line recesses any further west than it's forecasted to. A couple other factors we'll dive into later. That's kind of all I got to say. We're getting on the road, we're getting to it. Let's get into it. Let's see some storms, maybe see some tornadoes. I feel good about today so far, so. Oh, sweet. There's a tornado watch that is now in effect for the areas to the east, to the west of the DFW metro. This includes like Abilene, just north of San Angelo, Stephenville, up north towards the Red River, Wichita Falls, Childress. It's a southern continuation of the tornado watch that is currently ongoing. Does seem to be a fairly robust round of supercell development expected as well for the DFW Metro, or points just to the west of it. Of course, I'm here in Oklahoma chasing and not really paying attention to what's going on at home, but I will do my best. I will give a shout out to the team over at Texas Tornado Hunters, and it looks like the live stream went down on X, so I'm gonna have to cycle that and try and get that to work. I swear to God, if I'm gonna just be plagued with streaming issues today, couldn't get the stream. What is even going on with my stream right now? On with
Expected hazards include ping-pong ball size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following effects are expected: minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is
Okay, it says I'm not live, but I'm definitely live. Take some of the load off my computer and make sure that that's not part of the issue. Is the T-Mobile router even on? It says it's connected, I just don't think it actually is. Okay, I guess it's on. Plug it back in. Yeah, my brother just texted me these storms are exploding. They absolutely are. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that issue was, but now I'm getting internet through. I should be getting internet through both devices. All right.
Remember, the tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes,
We're heading to our net. To our net. To our net. We're heading to our net. To our net. To our net. Yeah, what's up?
Do you think we should go north on this highway coming up towards Bloomberg? Because like they're more moving northeast. But
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was kind of thinking maybe rolling towards our net. Because this storm, the more it's evolving, it's turning more and more to the right. But they're warning the left splits off of it for moving due north, so
okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could go north at our next too. Yeah. All right, well, I'm just gonna follow you.
all right. Bye. Yes, sir. So there are some supercells firing to our west from where we're at. We're in Vicky right now on Highway 6 on US 60. I was kind of giving the storms a few minutes to mature and see what they were going to do. I'm really closely watching the more southern cell, or the one closer to the bottom of the screen, because that seems it's taking more of an easterly movement, or east-northeasterly movement than the other cell is. So I'm going to want to watch that one to slow down and maybe turn right a little bit. That may give us our greatest tornado potential if it does. So we're just heading west on 60, trying to get into a little better position as we get closer. All of these storms are warned for 60-mile-an-hour winds and golf to ping-pong ball-sized hail. The storm motions are about 40 miles an hour. We're just... We're about 30 miles west of the storms. Kind of gives us a little bit of time to see what they're going to do and come up with a plan for intercept. Because right now we could go straight to our net. The storm's likely going to cross our net. So maybe we'll go north here in Vicky towards Sharon and let it come to us. I think that's going to be the plan. I was able to get the roof camera kind of working for today. It doesn't work very well, and I am having a lot of issues with it because it's getting stuck on the dome, but it'll serve a purpose for right now. Oh, let me turn off. I figured out why I've been having issues with my audio, and I believe it's because there's a noise filter on it that is causing the computer to mute it after a while. So we'll see if that takes care of the audio randomly cutting out. It happened a couple times on stream yesterday too, and I was a little frustrated with that. So as for the storms down near Abilene, the one near Albany, it's actually tornado warned. I just now saw that. Those will likely stay in Texas and pose more of a threat for the DFW Metro in the near future, probably closer to the 9 to 10 o'clock range. The storms that may end up posing a risk to Oklahoma City proper are going to be these and anything else that develops here in western Oklahoma. Yes, sir. And thank you for coming and watching the stream. Thank you for the support and hanging out.
A severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles east of Lipscomb, moving north at 55 miles an hour. Expected hazards include ping-pong ball-sized hail and 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected: minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Locations impacted include Lipscomb, Slapout, Gate, and Follett. A tornado watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the Panhandle of Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I'll pull up the radar. I'm going to try and be a little better about keeping the radar image up every few minutes until we actually get on the storm and get into tornado time, because then my focus goes directly on the storm. But for right now, I can focus on the stream a little bit as we're positioning. I particularly like the southern cell, the one more towards the bottom of the screen. I think that's going to give us our best tornado potential. It already did undergo a merger and kind of swallowed the cell, because there was 3 cells that developed there, and it kind of swallowed the middle one. The southern storm did. And actually, if you look on the camera right in front of me, you can see the overshooting top. Bring my hand back. You can see the top of the anvil. As we get out of town here, we may have a better view into the storm. And then for I know I have a bunch of folks that are viewers in. Yeah, the red dots that show up on the radar are other chasers. Normally I keep it turned off, but there's a lot of storm chasers on the road today, so I figured that would add to the comedic value a little bit, because it's kind of like Pac-Man. But to step back for a second, I know I have a lot of viewers in central and north central Texas, especially after the Seymour Day a couple weeks ago. If you are near Albany, Breckenridge, Woodson, Moran, any of those areas that are going to be northeast of Abilene, and then looking towards Mineral Wells, Grafford, Palo Pinto, Graham, and such in about the next hour or so, there is a tornado warned supercell. There is a tornado warning for Albany at the moment. The storm's also warned for ping pong ball sized hail. If you want some coverage, I'm sure Texas Storm Chasers has some coverage on that, and then my partners over at Texas Tornado Hunters are going to be trying to keep everybody updated with watch and warning information as storms develop. Good deal, Britain. Stay safe up there. It looks like y'all's window is either we're going to come to y'all or there's going to be some other storms that blow up. But I think it's going to happen. Who reported a funnel cloud on this storm near Arnett? Well-defined funnel cloud close to the ground. Who is smoking crack? Like, it doesn't even have that good a rotation on it. I would say Medicine Lodge is a good place to be for right now, Britain. There are a couple storms that are starting to develop to your west. I think your window is going to be fast approaching for initiation. Medicine Lodge actually was my original target today, but I didn't like it earlier, so I headed west instead.